Good morning, everybody. It'll be morning. Well, it is morning. I'm gonna sum up day one. Day one for my orientation for Super Ego Holdings. This is Trucking with Empress P. I am on a new journey, and I have an opportunity to come to you and just talk. It ain't no debate or nothing like that. Just telling you what my journey is. When you are making a decision on going from a company driver or a independent contractor to owner operator, there's several things that you take into consideration. We have, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I have to do to be a successful owner operator. Not an independent contractor and not a company driver. When you have been accepted for a job, you have to take into consideration what is needed for you to be able to be successful. That's on any job. You look at the pros and cons and weigh the balance for you, not for somebody else, but for you. This is day one for orientation. You have to think, if you want an opportunity, you have to invest in it. And when investment time comes, that means that you pay your way to get to the company. You pay for all of what is needed to get you into the truck, because it's a leasing program. And once your lease is up, that's your truck. That's the start of your company. All right? Time is money. And I'm looking at several things to whereas it's going to be a positive, because you're an owner. You're not looking for somebody to look out for your food, your housing, and anything else pertaining to you and your truck. Do your study. Study it. And you can't go on everybody's experience. It's because you know what you want. Day one of orientation, you go and you present yourself to the company, because you done paid now. You got to think. This ain't money that they're going to reimburse to you. This is something that you're going to have to pay for. You'll make your money once you get in your truck. That's all I can tell you. You got to have a game plan. And with this game plan, baby, be precise. You know what you got to do, right? When it's time for you to, from one day to the next, pay for your stay. You know, I was presented yesterday when it came down to the rooms. See, I didn't know that, I was told that you can have an opportunity. You don't have to go to a room. You can go in. You can go and sleep in the truck. But the truck is not presented to you until you go through one step to another. I understood that. That was an assignment that I did understand. There was only so many rooms that the company could link you up with. but you had to have somebody sleeping in the room. You could do it if you want to. If you don't want to, you know, it's fine and well. There was only, I think, about 3 people, the 3 females that was in the class. And I didn't know them. They don't know me. We just meet each other. I'm not here for a team driving. You know, some people is comfortable sleeping in the room with a person that they don't know. No, I don't share my space. I'm sorry. I don't do it. So I had to make a decision to whereas I'm a fun all the way. I don't want to hear about what goes on with nobody else because I know what my mission is to get me successful. There was a moment to whereas, you know, I almost made a mistake and I had to sit down and think about it because, you know, when you travel, you always have something that you can fall back on. That's just life itself. I almost made a mistake to demean me as a woman because I have always provided for myself. And it started, you know, like this. And when it was time to retire, you go over here and you get a room set up. Okay, if you paying now, nobody can tell you who gonna sleep in your room because the buck is on you. You know, even though they might put you up, think about this, hear me and hear me well. Even though they might put you up, you still got to pay for it. It's not free. So are you going to allow them to pay for a place to where you know you might not get no sleep? Because people sleeping habits is not like my sleeping habits. Because if I'm snoring, I don't want to hear somebody else snore a little louder than me to wake me up. You know what I mean? That's just being honest. As a businesswoman, I waited. You know, because I had, you know, kind of like thought about it. I said, well, you know, since my plan, you know, was tossed out because there's no trucks here available for me to sleep. And then I went to thinking, I said, well, I might just go and bunk out on the couch. Real life, Pamela don't do that. So, no, Pam ain't going to do that. So, I thought about it. I said, hold on here. Let me go back up in here and talk, because when I was talking to the young man, he said that he had done already. Listen and hear me very well, ladies. Ladies, hear me and hear me very well. I'm not going to take a lot of time. There's nothing negative what I'm finna say. Hear me and hear me very well. Please, whatever you do, if you are not comfortable with a decision, you always can change it because it's about you, not about nobody else, okay? At first, the young man said that he had a 2-man room. He had offered. I said, okay, you know, yeah, if I have to, I will. Then, you know, I was thinking, I say, no, because if I got to pay for it, I just as well to pay for my own privacy. I ain't got to split, you know, because there's no splitting when it comes down to a bill, because somebody's name got to be on it. Somebody's name got to be on that bill. And if your name ain't on that bill, you cannot be reimbursed at the end of the year because this is a tax write-off. Anything you are spending pertaining to super ego, you don't have no problems to pay for it because that's your company. You might be leasing it from them, but that's your company. Your company is your logo, who you are, what you are trying to do. And I was like, no, that don't, you know. So when it was all going, you know, going fast, it was going fast. what I did was I said, Pam, you got to have your own game plan, because when you look around, you don't know nobody here. You ain't got time to be sleeping with one eye open and one eye closed. I don't know the characteristic of nobody. And I'm not going to be putting myself into a compromising position. I'm not a team driver. I'm a solo driver. And me, I like my own space. That's what I was thinking. So at the end, you know, I kept moving around. I didn't say too much. Couldn't wait too long for making an executive decision to go on my own, because I came here on my own. I wasn't going to be in a vulnerable state because they didn't have the room for the drivers to accommodate them because there was no trucks, right? Okay, I understood it was going to take a couple of days anyways. So when you are coming out here in the community as a owner-operator, as an independent contractor, you're supposed to pay your way, because that rang a bell to anybody to say, okay, I ain't got to really worry about footing the bill for them. And then at the end, when it's time for them to get paid, they all upset because we taking this money back from them. Because absolutely, the money is going to come out anyways, okay? So when I walked up to the young man, he was showing me his reservation was a king-size bed. I looked, I said, oh no. I told him, oh no, absolutely. I'm not gonna sleep in no bed with you, you know, because I had already said I didn't want to be in the room with a man. Period. You know, I'm just grateful for this opportunity, but I want to share something with you ladies or men. It don't matter. It's not a gender thing. When you are coming to a company, you study that company. Don't wait till the last minute to get with that company and you have so many of things that you are seeing, because you're supposed to be there for one reason and one reason only, to get what you need so you can move on to your next step in the trucking industry, okay? Put aside Super Ego Holding, because that's a company all by itself, and present yourself as the owner of your company, because you're going to have an LLC one way or another to be an owner-operator, right? So I was sitting around. I said, I can't, say nothing bad, because this is my first day of orientation, but I will be paying close attention to what is needed from me for what I need, because there is something that happened and I'm going to be talking about it, but for right now I'm going to talk about orientation. So I made the decision. I said, well, let me go up in here and talk to this young man, because, it was a lot of people at first, and I'm not going to make no ruckus, and I'm going to do exactly what I need to do to keep my peace and to make sure that my stability is good, okay? So I went up in there and I talked to him and let him know what I needed. I don't care about what a person, because sometimes people could be overwhelmed, they could be overworked, and they can have all types of different attitudes. That has nothing to do with me. Long as the business that is put before you and the business that I bring to you, long as it's correct, I'm good, because it's all about communication, all right? So as I kept on, talking to him, I said to him, I could pay for my own room, in which I do have 1, 2 bedrooms, and I also have the receipt in my name, right? You don't know how long this is going to take. because we're talking about lease purchasing. So with lease purchasing, with obstacles before you, come prepared. Now that was day 1 of orientation. I'm going back tomorrow and do day 2. And I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to be honest, because I will every day blog about what I'm doing. But again, I'm not going to hold you long. Thumbs up my video. I will be consistent on my trucking channel, Trucking with Empress P. That's me. Follow me on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell, because you'll get that notification every day on something new that's coming in. Nobody knows that I am a YouTuber. No one. But they will know, because I'm going to put Super Ego Orientation 1. There's no hidden agendas with me. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm going to absorb all the information that I need to run a successful trucking company. This is an opportunity for me, and I'm going to take the opportunity that's presented to me, and I'm going to fly. I will soar like never before. I'm going to get myself prepared for tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be doing a video to let you know what day 2 is. All right? The atmosphere, you set the tone of the atmosphere, because you came as a single. You didn't come as a team. But no, whatever you do for you and your company, it's all about investing in you. Get the information that is presented, study it, and be prepared for the next day like I am. Trucking with Empress P, I'm out for right now, but I come back with another video, because it will be orientation 2. Thank you. Bye.